Patient is about to leave the clinic. Okay, could you... Where are you, actually? Can I just lay eyes on you? Because I want to see if you've got your arms crossed or anything. You don't. What's infectious diseases like? Fairly busy. Not as busy as emergency, though. Could you possibly pop to infectious diseases? And that will keep her around for a little bit longer. Okay, bye. So... Could you go to orthopedy? It's also quite busy. Maybe I should have just sent them. I can't get the back. Oh, I can. Go and get a lower leg x-ray. Lower limb. Go and get a lower... Yeah. Go do that. Go on. Bugger off. Bugger off. It's busy in here. I don't care if you've sprained your ankle. No, I do. That's the business, of course. Of course I care. Yeah, what kind of chemical burn? This is a very important question, RTC. Don't know. So I feel like it's worth knowing that. You're absolutely right. So, could be multiple problems, things happening here. Have we ruled anything out? So we haven't done a chest x-ray. We have narrowed this down. We haven't done a chest x-ray. Let's do a chest x-ray. Let's do a chest x-ray because it'll either be negative, which means it's this cardiology issue, or it'll highlight one of these two. So chest x-ray, one result can tell us which one of these three it is. Yes. We like that. Go do it, David. Get out. There's a lot of people to see. Frank Green is in x-ray. What did we discover? It's this one. Mandibular, thank you. Mandibular. Okay. Fracture. Just some painkillers. It's saying here. Okay, that's fine. Good. Although he has had surgery. He had. Oh, it's annoying when it starts flashing like that. If we can pull this a bit further away, there we go. He had the fracture surgery. Patient is about to leave. Where are you? Here, I think it's this lady here. I mean, she's sitting down as well. Do you know there's people that don't have a seat? You know that, don't you? Go to observation then. And while you're in observation, get a physical. See if we can get started on this. If we could listen to her chest, take her blood pressure, temperature, because she's got a fever. Potentially oral and nasal cavity thing. Looking at these. Neck palpitations could be good. And as trauma is not too busy... Oh, heart monitoring as well, but I might have to wait until she actually goes over there and it's not highlighted yet. Were you going to say something? No? Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Okay. So, Frank Allen just needs these bits and bobs and then he can go home. Oh, he's almost done. He is almost done. That's fantastic. I don't think it's a specific kind of chemical. There's a lot of specific things, but loads are more vague. Yeah, you can't have everything specific, can you? We'd be here forever. I mean, it's already quite detailed, isn't it, this game? Is it a global setting allowing you to control all patients? Yeah, so when you go on to... You can do this by coming on to... Actually, I think it's in management mode... And then here, automatically take over all patients at this department. So you have to go through the departments and check that box. I always have it on ICU and emergency, trauma, not walk-ins. Anyway, just in general, I haven't done it for radiology. I don't think it does anything actually, because they just go and have a scan and then leave again. I think that does nothing, that button. But for this particular series, we are taking over everybody, and we're doing it as well on specialist mode, which is the hardest doctoring mode that you can be on as well. It tells you much less about the patients. Yeah, the hemo ones are really tricky. I think they're going to be all right though. I can't.
There's a gag there.
Oh, are they? Yeah, oh, there's a gag. Oh, okay, yeah, Kate got it. Is there?
Goblin.
It's because it does say goblins. It does say goblins, yeah. It does say goblins. I see what you're saying. The hemo goblins are really tricky. I'm sorry I missed that. Okay. Frank Allen. No, we've done Frank Allen. Oh, no, I'm getting distracted. Don't do this, peeps. Okay. I do know this. I give up. I'm going to stop trying to say these things. So anyway, we know what it is, but I haven't done the test for it. Jeez. I think though we've got. Let's get the IV antibiotics. We want to first of all just try and stop them from crashing. This is the absolute first and foremost thing. So we need to get them an ECG. We must do that, and they're going to have to go downstairs for that. So. Or upstairs. There's two actually. The one upstairs is hospitalised patients only, so you might end up at that one. This I set up here. This is my overflow ICU, which is closed at the moment, but these two rooms remain open. And these are X-ray. These are X-ray department. I tend to do my sonography rooms and my cardiography rooms. I always do in X-ray. These two are hospitalised patients only. You can see this by the little blue bed. They're only hospitalised patients come to these ones, no walk-ins. And it's the same even for these ones down here. Because what I found, if you build these two rooms for all the departments that allow you, which at the start, when I was building this hospital, if you go back in the series, you can see I had them taking up this entire wing of this part of the hospital. And you end up having loads of them not being used day after day after day, with doctors day and night monitoring them. It was pointless. But if you build them through X-ray, it doesn't matter what department needs them, they'll just send them to the X-ray one because it's available. So I got rid of all those other ones, and I've found the balance, not with mods, but with all the, if you're not using mods, all insurance policies completed out to max, so all those base game and expansion pack patients coming in, this works. So I ended up having two, and you can still see it says low in the day, low at night, low in the day, low at night, but it really reduces not only on rooms but the amount of specialists that we've employed. And you can see that this sonography takes hospitalised and walk-in patients, denoted by these little here. It gets small. So these are walk-ins, these are your hospitalised. And then this is taking, again, just hospitalised patients, because you need a lot of those. Even though the cardiology department has its own, you still need quite a lot of this cardiography. And then this does walk-ins as well. So I've only actually got two available for walk-ins. And while I can see a medium, in fact, if we look over it, it says high in the day, this room, medium at night. I mean, I'm happy with that. It's probably pretty bad at the moment as well because of what I'm doing to the hospital. But yeah, so I hope that, I don't know, that wasn't obvious to me when I started playing this game. In fact, there was a lot that wasn't obvious to me. I think there's a lot that's not obvious about this game. But there you are. Hopefully that helps someone. Stephanie, welcome. Hi everyone. That's so true. Oh no, what happened? Who said what now? Oh, Xander's here. Welcome, Xander. Just give everyone some paracetamol, a lollipop, and send them on their way. I mean, we're getting close to that. Like, because none of these people out here are going to die except possibly this Karen here. And I've put her on a code blue. She might die. But everybody else isn't going to die. So, like, I'm with you. And then if you still feel bad tomorrow, come back, right? That's not the way to do it, Xander. Here's a question. Does the US still drink tea? Yes. Of course the US drinks tea. I mean, they drink a lot of coffee, don't they? They are big coffee drinkers in America. But there's Americans still drink tea. Yeah. I don't think I know any. but yes, I'm sure. Okay. Mind you, I think, there's a lot of coffee drinkers in the UK as well. We're not all tea drinkers. We don't all drink tea and live in castles and, and eat, I don't know, scones or scones. It depends where you are. Or I was thinking like crumpets, What? Tea and crumpets. Tea and crumpets. Tea and crumpets with the king now, I suppose. I was about to say with the queen. With the king now, I suppose. Who recently had a birthday. We all went. We all had a jolly good time. Okay. Okay. Good. What were we doing? I don't know. So Sarah Brown. Very busy department. We've had a few complaints about how busy it is from here. Now, did I send her here? No, because there's only one traumatology, so she must have the snake bite. I'm inclined to think she has this. Let's do a physical. Let's do the evaluation. Let's try, actually, forget the physical. Let's do the evaluation. One test. Is it this? Shortest amount of time in the office possible. To know whether she should be here. Time is of the essence. Fraser. Right, now, he's either got a bit of a contusion, sprained it a bit, right? Although it's a bit worse, right, contusion, a bit worse than a sprain. Or it's a fracture, like a full-on fracture. What we're going to do, we're going to send you straight to lower limb x-ray. X-ray's going to start getting busy, innit? Get out. Next. Hospitalisation for a patient is over. We just hit 89 patients, everybody. We've treated 89 patients. You see this one here? This patient did die right at the beginning of the scenario. If you watch carefully at the very first episode, they did totally die. And the idea was to not kill anybody. But I started with my fully staffed hospital off the workshop. We started with that one. And what I've discovered with that save is that no matter what you do, that patient is always going to die as soon as you start that hospital. I am in the process of fixing that, and I will replace that hospital. You won't need to resubscribe to it or anything. It will be, I'll update that file so that stops happening. Because it's upsetting. You cannot save her. I've tried everything. It cannot be done. So I'm not taking responsibility for that one. If you see that go to 2, I've effed up. Okay, good. Fine. We've dismissed him. Fantastic. Wonderful. Brilliant. Thank you, Thomas, for coming. Goodbye. He still looks a bit rough. Poor person. Yeah, I tried everything. I really did. I really tried everything. But I think from the point where I'd saved it, it had just gone too far for me to get the job done right. I'd passed the point, right? And I didn't have the previous save to go to. Hopefully it's the last death we will ever see. It won't be. But we don't get many around here. So that's something. So we're in orthopedy. Oh, they need that RICE thing. Oh no, we can do that right here. Oh, fantastic. Do they need this x-ray? See, I really don't want to send them for the MRI. I just want to treat them and send them on their way. I hate this. I hate this part of the challenge. We'll do the physical and send them for the MRI. It's a waste of time. If I was playing normally and we weren't doing this silly challenge, I would just do the treatment, give them painkillers and get them out the door. Oh no, it's all just going to be so terrible on the next 24 hours, isn't it? It's going to be so terrible. Here we are back in general surgery. We hospitalised you. Oh, have we diagnosed something? I guess we've diagnosed something? Yeah, we uncovered a new symptom, this one. So the urine analysis came back and discovered something. We can see by the green little icon here that we did indeed discover a symptom. Okay, well that's good. We don't really need to do... There's no actually other tests. Oh, we've not uncovered everything. That's one of our rules. So we did the thorax. Have we done the MRI? We haven't. Okay, well get her dialysis first and her beta blockers and her painkillers. Then we'll talk. I feel like we should get her the dialysis first before we do an unnecessary test. So this chap is about to leave. He's had enough. He has straight up had enough. So what I'm going to do is send him to cardiology. I'm giving him the runaround, everybody. Okay, favourite patient collapsing. There she is in the corridor. This is a very particular spot that patients that are collapsing like to choose. It's nice and out in the open. They always make sure that they walk to this spot and collapse here. Very popular location for collapses. Let's get the defib going on that one because she has heart failure. It's pretty bad. I'm going to go with a cardiology issue. Just going to go out on a limb. Might not be, but I would say chances are good. Okay, so she does have the rattlesnake thing. So she's totally in the right department. So we have to deal with this. Do we have to do the blurred vision? Do we? Okay, do the physical. One test at a time in case we don't. I don't want to do any test extra than is necessary to get her out the door. Casey, welcome. We still have some uncovered symptoms for you as well, which is probably the actual CHF, isn't it? We probably haven't sent you for an echo. We have no, the urgent echo. And I've noticed urgent echoes don't always catch what echoes do. I don't know whether that's been patched or if that's the way it should be, in case you found that urgent echoes always find the same thing as echoes. I've noticed a discrepancy. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if that's changed. I'm probably still going to do the echo. What we'll do to test this theory, I mean, I've done the neurological testing for that. I've done the thorax. And I've listened to the chest. So this is a really good example where the urgent echo is not the same as an echo. They have to go for it in order to find this illness. So if you do an urgent echo and remove this from your differential, problems. It's time for a break. Let's see. No, it's like 45 minutes away. Yeah, oh no, Ruby's desperate. Maybe we should take it early. Could anyone else fare from a break? I mean, I'm okay at the moment. I think it's just eye drops for the blurred vision. Yeah, but I need to diagnose it as rules of this challenge. So yeah, I noticed that too. Sometimes full echo helps. Yeah, absolutely, Stephanie. And we've got a perfect case example here. It's weird, that one, but I can't say that I understand why that is the case because I don't know enough about medicine. But I guess it's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. So here, Paul. I mean, we've hospitalised him in general surgery, but it starts to get a little bit vague at this point because I just start doing things because people want to go home. So he's had the microbial, so it's probably not appendicitis. Crohn's disease. So we could send him for that CT, that particular type of CT. Did we do stool analysis? We did. That was negative. Did we do that test? We've not done that lab work. Okay, first of all, I'm going to send him for this CT. We're going to do that first. I'd rather scan before I stick with needles. Oh, I've gone past it again. That one. The enterography. Yeah. Sorry, Paul. Elizabeth, it's not too bad. It could be worse. Okay, so we have the portal vein blocked, which is really bad. We need to get her this, which I don't think she needs to be hospitalised for. Or she does. She might need to be hospitalised for that one. Okay, blood test is in the process. Interview, we didn't find anything. I think she needs to be hospitalised. Let it tell us. I forget these things. In fact, I am just going to do it. I'm pretty sure she does. Have you watched Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island? Who, me? No, I have not. I've not seen that. Let's do a blood test for Peter Davis here and a stool analysis. Again, this is one of these situations where I wouldn't bother with these tests. I would just consider it done. It's good enough. That being said, he does have a bit of discomfort here. So I would probably do the blood test, not the stool analysis, because recommendations is not going to improve his discomfort. And to be honest, I don't think that does either. In fact, that might make him more uncomfortable. But hey-ho. However you say it. Stool collecting. Okay, good. Okay. What happened to fox hunting in the UK? I haven't actually looked up on that subject in a while. So I'm probably very out of date with that one. But there a bunch of restrictions and stuff did come in. I think it's still something that you're allowed to do on your own private land, I think. Like I say, it's been a long time since I looked up at that one. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like we're going to have to do this basic blurred vision. We do. She's got blurred vision. We're going to have to do this basic test. You've been in this office ages, Sarah, and I'm not impressed. Oh, we can't actually do it in this department. Are you for real right now? I'm not doing it. I'm not sending her to a different department to get that test, all right? She does have blurred vision. She could do with some eye drops. We're not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm putting my foot down. You've had meds. Have some more. There you go. Still got a bit of discomfort. Clint Stench. What have we got going on here? Could be a whole bunch of things. What could we do here that might help us narrow it down? Well, a physical. Let's listen to the chest. Let's do a blood pressure. Let's do abdominal palpitations. Let's take a temperature. See how we get on. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Dana. Hello, Dana. Something's wrong with her ear, everybody. I guess we better have a look in there. Shall we have a look in her ear? Ear examination. That feels like a good one, doesn't it? Before we get into CTs and stuff, should we just have a look? Should we just stick our eyeballs in there and have a butcher's? You know, she might just have like a bead or something stuffed in there. Who knows? Might just be able to tweeze her out. What have we got? Patricia has chest pains. She's not got her arms crossed though, so it's definitely not that. It's definitely not cardiology. No, she's not going to crash or anything. This is not cardiology, whatever it is. So let's do a physical. Let's listen to the chest. Let's do the thorax thingy-majiggy. There it is, percussion. Let's take her temperature. Fatigue, chills, yeah. Temperature is definitely worth doing. What else? We probably could do like the... Oh no, that is chest actually. Okay. Should we go with that? See what we get? That might just do it, you know. That might just do it. Paul Lopez got his rest. Fantastic. He got his rest. We're waiting for the results on his PCR. Okay. William Robinson has chills and whatnot. And I've heard they're multiplying. Okay. Let's do a physical. Let's take his temperature. There's all sorts. It does say... We probably sent him to cardiology. This is the guy, right, that was like, I'm going to leave. So it probably isn't a cardiology issue. I mean, for a start, his arms aren't crossed, are they? No. It's probably not cardiology. It's just cardiology had the space to see him quickly. So let's just do sort of like the basic thing, right? He's got chills. So temperature, physical... There's not much to go on, is it? Okay, let's try and find some things. So listen to the chest, do the thorax, take blood pressure, do abdominal palpitations, take it from there. Right, take it from there. You love Greece, fantastic. I haven't seen it in such a long time, but maybe I should rewatch it. Oh, back here with Patricia. She got these other meds. Still waiting on the microbial. Okay. Still waiting on the microbial for this one. I'm going to take another sip of my drink. I'm really thirsty. It's hot here. And again, I don't have the aircon on because the noise it makes is outrageous. But I do have a fan down here. Hopefully the mic isn't picking it up. I noticed it was picking it up a bit yesterday. Blowing on the mic was a bit annoying. I've tried to stop that today. Okay. A bee would be painful in the ear. Yeah. Yeah, I'll bet. Okay, so this dude collapsed from dehydration. We've now rehydrated him. It's time to find out what's wrong with him. And it seems that it could be general surgery or it could be infectious diseases. And I think, looking at this list, it's worth us probably trying to rule out general surgery first. General surgery tends to be scans as well, rather than a battery of lab tests. It's just better all round for so many reasons. So not just about the patient's comfort, but also department issues. Okay. That being said, we should probably do the microbial. Lots of microbials going through. Let's see if we can do this without doing that. Because we've got this. We did the abdominal palpitations. It was negative. So we could do a USG and a CT and an MRI. Wow, the full works. We're going to select all of them because I think if you do them all at once, they might go to all the if they're available, which they might not be, but they might go to all the X-ray rooms first before they come back here. That would be ideal. But I think the rooms have to be empty for that or available for use, and that's not going to happen, is it? So let's give it a go. Let's give it a go, shall we? Yes. See, look, he's already waiting. And when my hospital isn't overloaded like this by mods, he would go straight there. Pulmonary embolism. Did he have his anticoagulants? He has had those, so he's probably fairly okay. We need to get him into an ECG though, and he's on the cardiology department, so they've got one just outside the door. We should be able to get that done pretty quick, Daniel, just in case you have an irregular heartbeat. Barbara. Hello, Barbara. What's the time? Is it? It's almost past. It's got about 30 minutes ago. On the hour. It's going to be on the hour, Ruby. Let's see here. Barbara, where are we? Jaundice. You're a bit jaundiced. So to me, this says general surgery. And we have sent her to general surgery. You know, some sort of blocked duct is what it says to me. You know, inflamed bile duct could definitely do jaundice. Yeah. So what have we got here? MRI again. It's the same test. USG. Oh, the transient elastography. Don't get those too often, do we? Oh, that I don't want to send her for that. I hate that one. Let's do the USG. That's going to be... Oh, okay. We did the transient. It was negative. Okay, let's do the USG. And while we're at it... Was one of these CT? Oh, I can't remember now. Oh my God, send help, everybody. It was MRI. USG. And then the transient. That was it, wasn't it? MRI. I don't want to do that one. Okay, if I can avoid it. Which might not be able to. I keep going past them all. Oh, we've done the USG and the MRI. Oh, we've already cleared her through here. So actually, I have come down to that one test I don't want to do. Okay, we're going to have to do it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's not a nice one. Not a nice one. Where is it? Did I do it? No. Where is it? This is. I've got too many options. Can we not do it on this department? I'm sure we can do it. Yeah, there it is. But I say, this is the department for it. Okay. Oh, patient is about to leave the clinic. Somebody is throwing a wobbler. Okay, what have we got here? What's looking quiet? General surgery. General surgery is looking pretty quiet. In fact, cardiology as well. Would you like to go to cardiology? Off you go. Off you go. Go to there. Hello. Let's give her the concentrated oxygen. and the antiarrhythmics for this hypoxia and tachycardia. Also, can we do the emergency care? So this is a lady that was struck by lightning. We're back with Jessica. Okay. We've done the defib. Oh, she didn't need one. Right, okay. Right, we'll worry about the x-rays later. Yeah, I think... Yeah, just get that done. Just get that done for the minute. Then we might be able to send her to trauma. Hello? Right, Robert Adams looking rough. Looking rough. He could collapse, which means he has this. It's definitely this. I wouldn't need to do the test. If I was just playing the game how I play it, I would just send him and treat him for this. But I'm going to have to do the test. But at least I know which test to do. Let's take his temperature here. Actually, let's not. Hospitalise him. And then you take his temperature. Actually, just... Yeah. Then take his temperature and give him these meds. And also start the PCR. I know it's that, right? It has to be. It has to be that. And if you're wondering why, I mean, a bunch of you here probably know why, but I'll tell you in a minute why it has to be that one. Where's the lab work stuff? PCR. Pucker. Oh. This is only medium in its potential to crash. He wouldn't be crossing his arms. They only start crossing their arms when they're in the high, the red zone. So I know it has to be that. There's nothing here that can cause him to crash. So it can't be that. Okay. There we go. Process of elimination. Totally cheated. So this chemical burn, he needs all sorts of help right now. What can we do here? Well, let's do the concentrated oxygen for the hypoxia. The tachycardia, I think, is the antiarrhythmics. Yep. The necrosis, I think, is the debridement. Is that how you say that? It is, which they can do here. So let's do those. They will stop the potential crashing. But we have located all the symptoms, which is great. Again, I'm not going to put that final diagnosis in until I know that he's not going to crash. Because I don't want him to go to the ICU. The ICU is... we're going to need it later. Here's the ICU. We're going to need it later. Big time. And we've got the overflow ICU, which is currently not in use at all, which is fantastic. And most of this ICU is not being used, which is... we need to be thankful for that right now. We've done well not sending anyone to the ICU, or very few people. They're just sort of all the trauma head people, which they have to, right? It's the first place to go. So she had her CT. We know all that's good. Let's do the neurological testing. We've done the physical. I don't think we can do speech listening. She has had surgery, so I'm going to do another physical because we do have hidden symptoms. There could be some post-surgical issues. To find those, we're going to do a physical. We're going to do the ICU blood analysis. That's probably all we need to do. Yeah. Good. Welcome, Dave. Welcome. You've made it here. Oh, 75% Rad's here. Hey, how are you? I was on your channel the other day. It's got a bit quiet over there. You okay? Okay, you're having a bit of a break. We all need it sometimes. Yeah, I had a break quite recently. I say quite recently. Fairly recently. We can send Lisa Clark home. 75% Rad has played an awful lot of Project Hospital on his channel as well. Yeah. Jessica Foster. We probably sent her here. We're going to send her for the lower limb x-ray. The x-ray is getting pretty busy out there. X-ray lower limb. Might just give her some numbing ointment. Send her home. It's not fractured. Just rub this on it and go away. Just having a break. Moving house next Friday. Moving house, exciting. I'm sort of in the process of putting that off. I should really be applying for a mortgage and looking for a house and moving, and I can't face it. I just can't face it. So it's antibiotics for this one. So the ear examination totally did the trick. The physical found nothing. Let's take a temperature. We didn't do that. Let's do that. And the auditory thing, or audiometry thing, which is, I think, this thing here, isn't it? I think so, like that. Oh, or is it that? No, I think it's that piece of equipment there. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. And then also give her all of those things. Excellent, thank you. Blarla sound like a real doctor. Yeah, do you think? Patient is about to leave the clinic. Yes. Don't blame you. It's pretty busy in the clinic. We've got nothing up here, so we could send him anywhere. I think it looks like Blarla's just gone on break. Can you believe it? I don't see doctors. Oh, you're there. Maybe you're coming back from break. We could send him to cardiology. Somebody's in with Alfie. Blarla looks like she's walking away. Oh no, Blarla's calling someone in. Blarla's calling in this person. Go to general surgery. Thanks. Go to general surgery. Thanking you. Anybody else crossed arms except you, who we've already put on a co-balloon? It looks like you're going there right now. Starting to see it's clearing up in here. I mean, it's still really busy. This is probably how it normally looks at rush hour. We've probably got to that level. It's now 5 p.m. in the evening in game, and where this day ends at midnight, right? This day ends at midnight. That would be the first 24 hours. There's going to be so many people like, oh my god, I've been here forever. So anyway, Joseph has Legionnaire's disease. Jeez. Get this man some help. He needs hospitalization, right? Let's get him hospitalized. Toot sweet. Should we trank him for confusion? No. Let's not. It just seems so extreme. Good. James Cole. Hello, James. With Howard Dredd. It's not the name I would want for a doctor tending over me, but, you know, to each their own. So let's do those two things. And then James Cole's going to be all tickety-boo. Lane Fincher, welcome to the stream. Ooh. Lost my voice there a little bit. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. That's a very busy clinic. Yes. We're doing, I've got mods to turn on all the insurance policies at once, every single one, which means we're taking in 241 patients, and not only that, but I've taken on doctor mode on every department, so it's 24 hours, 240 patients, one doctor. That's what we're doing. Just making life difficult for myself, really, on specialist mode, no less. And with the added thing that we have to uncover every symptom, so that means we're doing masses of unnecessary tests at the same time. And I think the first 24 hours is probably going to be okay. I think it's the next 24 hours where stuff's going to get proper sketchy. How many people do we currently have in the hospital on that stat screen? Or in here? Oh, that doesn't tell us. Which stat screen? This stat screen? Does this tell us how many are currently in the hospital? Is it? Well, I'm not aware that it does. Does it tell us? I mean, this is by department. We don't have like an ambulances. I don't think today. I don't think it tells us. We're expecting 241 to come into the hospital today, though, of which we've treated and sent home 92. So, yeah, 188. It's fine. I have a lot of ward beds. So if people you know, become really problematic, just hospitalise them all, which is why tomorrow's going to be tough. So I think Thomas Garcia is fine. Good. We don't need to worry about him anymore. It's all good. So here's a question. Do police cars, fire trucks and ambulances have European sirens in the UK? We have different siren sounds actually in the UK to those in Europe. They are different. Yeah, they are different. And the sirens are all different between the different departments as well. So you know from hearing the siren whether you're hearing a fire truck, an ambulance or police. But they are different to the ones typically heard in Europe. It's interesting though, isn't it? I quite like the sound of the European ones as well. So David Scott has a fracture of the finger. He has a fracture of the finger. Does that mean we have to hospitalise him? An arm cast? No, we can do that right here. Can we not? Yeah, we can. But because we have to be thorough, I'm going to have to send him for the upper limb x-ray. Oh my goodness. Because we're doing that thing. So upper limb x-ray. Off your trot. Off your trot. Patient wants to leave the clinic. I'm not surprised. Where are you? So you could be... She's on neurology at the moment. Neurology is busy. She doesn't necessarily have a neurological issue. I don't know whether I sent her there randomly or if she does have a neurological issue. The game sent her there. What do we think? Did I send her there? To be honest, it seems unlikely I would have sent her here. Looking at this list. She looks like the sort of person I would have left on emergency. So I'm inclined to think that she is a neurology patient, which means I'm probably going to hospitalise her. So that she stays. Also, it's quite good moolah. He's fine. He's fine. He's dealt with. I just want to make sure that she does go to the ward. Joseph, with his chemical burn, we have located all the things. Okay. He's the one that's currently, in trauma. So if we now send him to traumatology, you've sent him to the burn unit, excellent, and then they can do all the rest. Fantastic. We can also take him off of blue alert. She's going. She's hospitalising. Excellent. This is why we have lots of excessive beds in these wards. Blarla is here with Mark Martinez, who is vomiting. Eels. Let's give him something for that, shall we? So let's do a physical. He see, this is another thing, is that she could have just been a patient that was complaining about waiting too long. Like I think Mark was somebody who was just waiting too long. We've sent them to general surgery. But I don't think I've sent anyone to neurology because we've been busy, because neurology is quite busy, right? I think there is a process, and I think I'm getting it right. What do you mean by European sirens? A lot of the sirens on emergency vehicles in Europe sound different to the ones in the UK. They don't sound the same. They sound different. They have different sounds. So this chap, I think, is only on general surgery because he was in the waiting room complaining about waiting. So he's not necessarily supposed to be here. So we're going to do the usual standard selection of tests, being physical, abdominal. We're going to do the blood pressure, the thorax. I want to take his temperature. Listen to his chest. Go. Okay, good. Just as if he was in emergency. Okay, we have a case of bronchitis over here. Damn. I'm going to send her maybe to... See, I wouldn't bother doing all of this. I would just give her the antibiotics and send her home. But look at these tests I have to do because of my silly rules. Okay, take the microbial and then send her for an x-ray, right? Just do it. The poor labs, right? And then send her for the chest x-ray, yeah? What am I doing to this poor hospital and these poor staff? The rattlesnake bite apparently is dealt with, but oh yeah, the blurred vision, we would have to send her to the other department to do the blurred vision, which I didn't want to do because then I'm cheating at my own rules, and general surgery is quite empty. So I might send her to general surgery to get the basic visual test, to get her the eye drops and get her out. I'm gonna do it. It's insanity at its best. She doesn't need it. You're Americans, you have no idea what the sounds sound like. That's fine. I mean, there is the interwebs, so if you wanted to tell the difference, to hear them, because I actually think the European sirens sound really nice, whereas our UK ones sound very similar to the American ones. The European ones, I think they sound nicer over in Europe than ours. But there we are. And I live near a whopping great big hospital, and so I hear a lot of ambulances. Maybe it affects me. Maybe this is why I play all these games. So let's see here. I think we've done everything that we can here. Okay, just take him off of blue alert and leave me alone, Jordan. So here we are. With this guy, we're going to give him the diet modifications. We've taken the CSF for that. We're doing the CBC testing for that. And I think this is all clear. We did an interview. We did the physical. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to trank him for confusion. Get out of it. Get out of it. It's not going to happen. Does your hospital offer bingo wing reductions? No, I don't. No. No, I do think, though, that there is a mod for plastic surgery. I think there is a plastic surgery mod. That may have it in there. I don't know. But I don't have any department mods. I just have the main game mods, departments. Okay, Barbara. Sarcophagal thing. This looks like it's actually going to be hospitalization, because I think for this... the band lesion, yeah, it's surgery and whatnot. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to hospitalise you straight away. So if you can do that, and then do we have anything? Look, she could be bleeding into her stomach. So we're going to. Oh, we did it. She isn't bleeding into her stomach. Good news, everybody. Good news. So I think what we'll do, we won't worry about this. We'll just go straight for the surgery, and then we'll do everything afterwards. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we sent her for that test, didn't we? And it looks like it did the trick. It did the trick. Man, must be nice to have so much free time. You are worried about what sirens in other parts of the world sound like. I'm not sure I'd call it free time. Free time. Okay, so we're in cardio. Looks like, oh no, she has a cardio problem, right? But we haven't sent her. Okay, she needs surgery. What we're going to do, we're going to give her the antihypertensive medication. So we'll do that. Then we're going to. Oh, Christ! Oh, he did it in that split second. He did it. Well done, Clint. Then we're going to send them to cardiology and arrange the surgery. Toot sweet. Okay, Barbara. Looking all good. What are you bothering me for? Get out of it. We just confirmed that she has what we already knew that she had, because we're being ridiculous with this with this challenge. Fraser Lee. Good. MRI. So we did the ECG. We've given him the antibiotics, so we've got time now. He's not going to crash. So now we're going to do an unnecessary test, because that's the name of the game right now. A test I so wouldn't do. MRI. Let's do the CRP. CRP. Good. Interview. We've not done a physical. let's do the physical. I guess because he was going to crash, I just needed to do all the important things as quickly as humanly possible. Indeed, yeah. Good. So, Thomas, I think, oh God, he could have crashed from all kinds of stuff. So we sort of rushed him here. And I think we're getting away with a lot here because these won't, I think they could, can yellow make them crash, but just the timeline is so long it's unlikely to happen. Do you know, I'm not sure. So what we'll do, we've done the interview. So we should check for these things though. Because we haven't at the moment, and I would like to treat for these, definitely. Did we do heart monitoring? We haven't. Let's do, can't do heart monitoring. Oh no, we can't do heart monitoring here. It's ECG. We can do an ECG. Yes. Yeah, do the ECG. Did we take the blood pressure? Excellent. And then I think this is all just physical. It is, which we did. Right? Yeah, we did. Okay, excellent. Do those tests. Give him all of this. Tell him to get some rest. Excellent. Good job. Well done, Thomas Young. David Jones. Here we go. David Jones. Okay, he's been rushed in. I don't know what's wrong with him. So it could be internal medicine. It could be infectious diseases. We did all these tests. Did it whittle it down? I think it's looking exactly the same. I think this is exactly what we had before. Oh, except we did the CT. We did the CT. So that's cleared. Right, okay, it's infectious diseases. We're down to it. It's definitely an infectious disease. So he has that pneumonic form of something or other. Or this. It's a PCR test. It'll tell us which one it is in a PCR test. Let's get the PCR test going. We're also going to do a microbial, because that could kill him. So we're going to do a microbial. We took the temperature. That was absolutely fine. I don't think anything else here we need to worry about in the short term. Do those 2 tests. Then we're going to hospitalise him, get him out of trauma, because he won't need to be in trauma anymore. We'll get him to infectious diseases. And what we could technically do, if we're worried that he was going to crash or something, is that we could just select both these illnesses, give him the medicines for both, and then just hope that he doesn't have this infection. Yeah, could do that. That's super lazy though. That's proper lazy. Let's send them for a lower limb x-ray. But I suspect there are situations where I would totally do that because things are getting a bit desperate with him. I could see it happening, but quite have to be a very specific set of circumstances to make that happen. Okay, the clinic. He's been waiting too long. He's not wrong. He has. No, I feel you. So a department that is looking pretty empty at the moment. So I think Alfie here is just calling in this chap. Blarla has a dude in here. Cardio is looking fairly empty. But I don't see anybody over here, and they're with someone. I might go general. We're probably going to do general surgery a lot. Between these two, they can knock them out pretty quick, I think. Okay, Casey Garcia. You're all good. Okay, let's take him off blue. That will be great. That'll be great. Good. Where are you? Oh, your microbial came in. Oh, that was pretty sharp, wasn't it? We've uncovered all the symptoms. That's great. Well, you're off to be hospitalised and get your medicine. That's great. William Robinson, infectious disease. Here it is. I don't know if it's contagious or whatever. I'm going to hope not. I'm going to hope not. They need to be hospitalised. We need to give them IV antibiotics. So we're going to send them to infectious diseases, but I'm just going to do regular hospitalisation on them instantly. We're going to start there. We did the interview. We've done the physical. What's missing here? We did that. So it's the PCR test, and then they can run the unnecessary test. Because this hospital freaking loves them at the moment. Okay. Carol Lopez. Carol Lopez. Go away. We can send her home. Okay, great. It's all good. Casey, how are you doing? You need surgery. So, go do that. Excellent. Because we wanted him to have his hypertensive medication before he went to surgery, right? It was really important. Job done. He's already going to surgery. It's already turned orange as active. So surgery's still operating fairly okay, it would say. We haven't really been up there, but yeah, there it is. Oops, that's the roof. It looks fairly okay here. In fact, all these operating theatres are currently empty, and all these doctors are just sort of milling about. So at least surgery's still okay. Surgery tends to be a nightmare at night. You know, we've sort of said all these people need surgery. Go do it. So back to Carol in the ICU. We've been doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things with this lady. So I think what she has that is this hidden symptom here is slurred speech. We can't do speech listening at the moment because she's unable to talk. But even if we could diagnose it, it does also say there none. There's nothing we can do to treat that. So she is as good as we can make her, and we can take her off a blue alert as well now. That's what it is. It's slurred speech, but I can't force it to show. So another patient who's sick and tired of waiting. Don't blame you. We don't know, do we? We don't actually know if it is orthopedy. I probably sent her to orthopedy to get her off of emergency, but we don't actually know. And there is somebody waiting here. There's somebody waiting here. Oh geez. These two are busy. This is really busy. Okay. Could you go to observation? Thank you. And when you get to observation, could you have a head X-ray? Actually, do a physical. An oral cavity inspection. I think, do we want like neck palpitations or anything? No? Yes. Neck palpitations, listen to the chest. Nasal, search, cavity inspection, there we go. She's got pain in the ears. Shall we have a look in there? It doesn't say this up here, but she's got pain in the ear. We might as well look in it, right? Ear examination. Okay, good. At least deal with the symptom we know. Okay. Good. Another one. We're going to start getting a lot of this, aren't we? We're going to get a lot of this. So she's actually on the correct department for this. She either needs antihistamines or antibiotic ointment. Good. Could you go to observation? Go to observation. While you're there, get a physical. And can we look at her eyeball? Get a physical and a skin allergy test. It's easier. Thanks. Good. Observation's going to start getting busy. What have we got here? So, where is she? Oh, she's here. Look, we can see her down this little tiny window here. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.